You got to know how to not let weeds overtake your field.
Help us, Jesus.
Past thoughts, weeds. Past behaviors, weeds. See, because when you start thinking about what used to be, that means you're not focusing properly on what is. And if you're not focusing properly on what is, then I already know your future's shot. Because you're spending the effort looking here and back instead of here and forward. So now, you're still given the same amount of time, but notice what you're doing with the time. You're looking here and back instead of looking here and forward. So watch this, because you got to understand it's a new season for new fruit. Every person in your new season for new fruit needs to be in your life on purpose. They need to be in your life on purpose. Not just to be hanging around. Not just to be there for moral support.
Okay.
Well, I've been with you all this time, but you ain't been doing nothing all this time. So now we fixing to have a part in the road. I see no purpose in why you're here, other than your emotional connection of feeling like you owe me to be here. See, because what I've got to get you to understand, that every person in your new season for your new fruit needs to be in your life on purpose, and this is going to include some ravens.
Yes. For the dirty one. Yes.
Some ravens. Go with me to 1 Kings 17. 1 Kings 17. I need you to see something. I need y'all to understand some stuff. When Proverbs tells us that the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just, that means that there's got to be some kind of connection in order for me to get that wealth from the sinner.
Some kind of connection.
Watch this. Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord God of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain according to these 3 years, but according to what?
My word.
My word. Next verse. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward. Now, why the sun rise every day?
East.
New beginning. And hide thyself. What? Hide thyself. Y'all see what it says? Hide. I mean, quit letting everybody know what you're doing in your new season. I got all these haters. Yeah, because you just told everybody that didn't have no purpose in your life. You just broadcasted it to all the folks that have no business knowing where you're going or what you're doing. You just put that out there. Well, I don't know why they ain't happy for me. Because they ain't supposed to be. They ain't supposed to be. You're supposed to be hiding yourself.
Jesus.
Hide myself by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. Watch verse 4. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. He says, I have a specific spot that I need for you to be in, so that the ravens that I've commanded to feed you, But you want to stay in the temple.
Oh,
Instead
God.
of getting by the brook like I told you. I want righteous folk helping me. In this season, he got some ravens commanded to feed you. Oh, gosh, come on. Go to 5. It says, so he went and did according unto the word of the Lord. For he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. Watch verse 7. And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up, because there had been no rain in the land. And that's important. See, he had you prophesy something before that caused one of your seasons to die. I'm going to let that sink in a minute. Because here's what you've got to understand. He has Elijah say it ain't going to rain for 3 years. Well, if it don't rain for 3 years, even though there might be water in the brook right now, eventually there ain't going to be no water in the brook. So watch this. Watch verse 8. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Arise, get to the Zarephath, which belongeth to Zidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. Now, watch this. Watch this. See, because one important thing that you must understand about your new season for new fruit is that you're going to have to understand how to receive grace like you've never had before. I knew that would get you. See, y'all don't really understand the level of grace that he's wanting to get to you in this 5th month. These are 2 separate instances that he's saying, I don't want you to go searching for nothing. I'm going to
Bring it to you.
Jesus!
all I need for you to do is get where I told you.
Yes, Lord.
So you done got so used to working because of all the hell that happened before. And you were struggling to make it. And you learned how to do things on your own. And I don't need no help from nobody. And I got me. He said, okay. He said, okay. Since you got you, okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Let's see how this season of new fruit works out for you.
My goodness.
I'll go ahead and tell you, it ain't gonna work for you. He will let you work real hard and get a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Jesus.
Ask me how I know. He will let you put in all them extra hours and still be struggling. Here's why. Because he tried to give you grace that you don't know how to receive. He said, when you slow it down, I'll turn up the grace. Because see, here's what's been messing you up. Some of y'all been so worried about the flight of the raven. Where they going to get my stuff from? Where did this come from? Why are you doing this for me? What made you decide to do this for me? Just take it. to bring it to you, and you worried about how they got there. What they... He's telling you it's a raven. Just take it.
Just take it.
You in a position I told you to get in.
Amen.
You where I told you to be. And you getting brought to you what I told you was going to get brought to you. You're getting what you asked for, and you keep worrying about how the raven got it here.
Make it plain.
So you're so worried about the flight of the raven that you're missing out on what the raven's bringing.
Well.
And see, that's why I'm sure, because God... See, ravens are unpredictable, and that's probably why God uses them to feed his people sometimes. Because if you ever figured out the pattern, you'd be trying to follow them and go get it yourself. Let me see where they're going. So watch this, because I mean, y'all are laughing. I'm telling you about who I used to be. But you spend so much time. You spend so much time trying to watch where they was going that you're missing out on things in your season. Because here's what he's doing. He said, I'm going to speed that part of the process up for you so you don't have to waste time going to get that provision. I'm going to have somebody bring that to you. If you'll focus on what I need you to focus on in this season, now you'll move forward for your new fruit. But because you're so worried about well, these people might treat me like the last folks that was trying to give me something.
Hallelujah, Lord.
So let me make sure what their motive is. Their motive is God commanded them to bring it to you. Because it's your season for them to bring it to you.
Oh my God.
See, some of y'all get so worried about somebody else missing the season that it's causing you to miss your season too. How come they ain't getting it? See, because this season truly began shifting on this past Tuesday. And see, what you've got to understand is you got to make sure that you're not fighting or dwelling on the hell that started on that day. Some of y'all kept thinking about what happened Tuesday. You were still thinking about it this morning. See, so here's what needs to happen. Go with me to Matthew 5. Matthew 5, 38 through 39. Because what's supposed to happen with you, you see, some of y'all so busy trying to fight the hell in the season that you're missing out on what's getting brought to you. Matthew 5, verse 38 and 39. It says, you have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, don't resist the evil. I ain't gonna let you talk to me like this. I ain't gonna let you treat me like this.
Walk, man. Walk, man.
He said, don't resist it. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.